Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nutraisin and we shall be playing a little bit more of PLO 20 on runatOnce.eu Phil Gelfond's poker side. Started right away with a middle pair, backdoor flush draw and an open ender. In a min-raised pot where we turn trips. Certainly pretty nice. Oh, apparently the cat is hungry. Fair enough. Really? No, that's no good. So we're dead against Ace Queen, King Queen. What did he have? Like an... couldn't even guess. Like a wrap? No diamonds. He had were diamonds relevant? No, it was clubs. Like an ace king 6 deuce, I believe is what I saw. Yeah, ace king 6 deuce, spades and diamonds. So not really of any use on that board. Interesting. Interesting stuff. So the first leg of the stream certainly was nice today. For a change, the dealer was pretty kind. We finished up like in total with like half a buy-in that we are up on microgaming today. 6 buy-ins, I believe. Which is pretty much exactly the amount of buy-ins we were down yesterday. Having initially been down like 10 buy-ins yesterday. And working our way up and just getting killed by the dealer over and over again. I remember at least 3 times, and I think there were more, when we had pocket aces and you know the opponent had pocket kings, and every single time he hit a king. So that was annoying. Didn't really affect me, but still that was not ideal. So I'm happy to say that today we're at least in profit. And we'll see if this happy state of affairs will continue. Up here, where I only needed to check. I think we're gonna lead this one. This is a rainbow board. We have the top pair, blockers, and the gutter. Not really sure yet if it's gonna be like a really long stream or not. Might get tired at some point. But if that's the case, then, you know, so be it. Tomorrow will be another day. Oh, and speaking of tomorrow there will be an extra promotion on runatOnce. In case you are playing on runatOnce, make sure to get a hand in between 6 and 6:15 Central European time. So if you're like I am on German time, that would be 1 hour. You have to subtract 1 hour from whatever the clock is showing you to get to see a Central European time. And long story short, if you play a hand during those 15 minutes, then you will get an extra 20% rakeback for the next 24 hours straight into your account, besides the splash pots. But do note that if that is of interest to you, that the splash pots are subtracted. So the splash pot account for 51% rakeback, which everyone's getting, you know, at least over time. And so those 20% only come out of the remaining 49%. Important to know that. I don't see any harm in limping and completing and then calling here with double suited a7 deuce deuce. I think that is okay. We do have other backdoor flushes, and that's pretty much it. Better spots to put money in, especially against a opponent who is on the wild side. She deserved the blue shirt. That was a weird move in the first hand there where he... Oh, sorry, I had the wrong table in focus. Didn't much matter. I folded the flop. Yeah, he was the one who raised top pair and top kicker on the king, queen, queen turn. And the queen, another queen turn. That was straight, and I knocked out. And it was weird. Don't think I've ever seen that. You don't see that out too often. Against the big blind, I'm checking and check folding here. I think unless I substantially improve, like making two pair or a jack would be the nicest card. This is also not a bad one. Giving us top 2 and a gut shot. So we don't block the straight, but I think he would have let us know by now if he has it. At least I hope. And yeah, that turns out to be the case. Really? Not a cat visit. Jo, komm doch rein. Doors. It's what cats are perpetually on the wrong side of. That is the definition of a door. Right, Devlo! Hey, nice to see you back in the channel. A familiar name for sure. And first of all, hi to you. Welcome. Welcome back. And things are going pretty well on Run It Once. Yeah. Okay, first of all, we flopped the third nuts here. Yeah, things are going pretty well. Thanks for asking. Last month I actually ended up breaking even. Couldn't really do much against the dealer not liking me. Sure, made some mistakes, like some of the binds I lost were certainly self-inflicted, but overall I do blame the dealer. And now this month is going much better. So far, also got like more than 20 binds in rake back. Guess I have to let it go, right? Yeah, can't be helped. And I'm still looking forward to be able to move up to PLO 50 at some point in the next 2 months or something like that, hopefully. I think that's when things start to get really interesting. Yeah, so everything is good. The channel is growing very nicely. I'm very surprised by how things have been going in that regard. 2 more followers and I'll be at 500 followers, which... it's crazy. Everything is good. How are things going on your end? How is poker treating you? It's a little bit too weak. Get raised here, huh? Need to let it go. I'll keep an eye on this dude. He was the one who raised on that flush board when we had the third nuts. Maybe he wants to try it again. Pretty nice. Oh, okay. That'll do me just fine. Also interesting up here, he raised, I called, didn't see any reason to come over the top there. I'm gonna go for a half pot here. He bets rather large. Take it down on the other board. with the c-bet. Without a single spade, I think I prefer not raising here. So I'm not doing too hard against King-Jack. The card doesn't really change anything. Too happy. Here, ooh, that was not my intention at all. Ugh, really. There's a whole bunch of draws that missed. Oh no, he had the ace-5. I was about to... Jesus Christ, really. That's nasty. Right, so let's see if I can salvage this situation now. Where I accidentally did the min bet. I have aces on the table where they do the races twice up here on table 2. Did we get there with the flush? Did the board pair? Yeah, both. Both is true. So I think checking. You take it down. And here we have the dream. We get to put in almost our entire stack with aces. Yep. Aces as well. No kings. Let's see if that magic's gonna work again. Yeah. I was just telling how I got drawn out by kings. This is the... This feels like yesterday. Deja vu all over again. Well, tough bunnies. This is a slightly better board. I hope. I'll just call it. That'll do me just fine, give me the full house. Only thing he could really have here is tens. Try to get some money in. When I said the only thing he could really have, of course I mean the only thing he could really have that would beat us. Unfortunately, that card does not complete the flush. Shazam! Got one buy-in back. We're only down one buy-in now for this short session. 15-minute session so far. Really? Well, I'm not folding this blind on blind. Make the toughest of pairs. Not blocking the flush, having no backdoor, I'm gonna let it go. Give me a backdoor flush, I call. I think that's fair. I think this is a little bit weak. The 6. Make the 6 a 5 so I can make some straights or some more straights. I think it's fine. Let's check this one out if it's solver approved. Was it a 6 deuce deuce? Closing the action, I'm definitely calling here. Suited ace, Broadway cards, all that jazz. That wasn't a cutoff there. Single suited pocket deuces with an ace and a 6. And that's perfect. It is exactly as I said. The ace 5, 4, 3 are raise cards. The ace 9 through ace 6 is folds, and then ace king, ace 10, ace king to ace 10 would be raise cards again. Cool. Slowly I'm getting there. Also a tad too weak, I think. Up here it gets slightly interesting. I think I'm gonna lose this against the flush a fair amount of time. Nope. Oh, he was just stabbing. Ah, this one was a mistake. I should have come over the top here, I think. Calling is never a good, rarely a good move there. Then again, we could just flop the world. Not gonna fold against the raise, of course. And we do take it down. Nice. I'll check out some showdowns by some loose aggro dudes on our tables, because I have a tough time following hands when I'm not involved. Just not the greatest quality to have as a poker player. And also things got rather exciting yesterday when we witnessed two 800 big blind splashes at PLO 20, so 160 euro were put into the pot right at the start of the hand from runner ones themselves, and you know, everybody went crazy, of course. We had decent hands on both of them. Fortunately, didn't manage to take down either one. And that is a pretty nice card. Okay, we got some spots. We got the offsuit ace, jack, jack 10 here on the button. And certainly a hand I'm going to be calling with. I'm pondering the squeeze just a little bit, but I don't think so. I don't think there's too much squeezing going on, but oh, I almost did it now, subconsciously. That's a good one. We have the perfect wrap, right? Every card in our hand would give us a straight. We also have a flush draw. Would love to get a check raise in here. Giving us yet one more flush draw now, and a straight draw, of course. Sorry, a 7 would give us a straight as well. Wonderful. Hello, nuts. Cool. Decent hand over here, the ace-jack 10-9. Perfectly double suited, very nice hand. Come on, you call, and then I can really come over the top. Fair enough. This one I'm gonna fold to a 3-bet, well, 4-bet actually. But do keep in mind, like the ace-king 10-9 or something are more often than not double suited are folds here, because you're not doing too hard against the 3-betting range, 4-betting range in this case. With this one it's different, the jack 10-9 combo double suited is just so strong that it is fine. Unfortunately it's not the droids we're looking for here at all. I'm gonna need to let it go. There's a huge splash here, 24 big blinds, €4.80 extra in the pot. I kinda doubt that I will be able to battle for it unless I get too limp. And let's do that then. Killjoy. There's always one. No, actually there isn't at PLO 20, which is why I felt comfortable limping behind here. PLO 10, that's always a donation. Nobody's always somebody. There's always somebody coming over the top. Not necessarily the case here. You know what? It's tempting with that extra money. I think heads up in position. Position is not gonna matter all that much. Not at all. I think I'm gonna call it. And that'll do me just fine. 2 pair on an otherwise really dry board. And that's why the set position is not gonna matter. He has less than a pot size. I have a pot size bet left. So that really doesn't matter at this point. He can never fold. He has crap. Like proper crap. Oh, so he's gonna get the note. Splash. Also Shazam. Splash the pot. Maniac is the note. Since this keeps happening so often, I made up an abbreviation for it, a shorthand. Nino. Getting some stacks back, building up some stacks. Whew. So with that, I think we're down like half a bind for the session. Still comfortably in profit for the day, something like that, half a bind, I think. Yeah, pretty much. I think a tad over. So it's definitely going to be a raise fold. Somebody should decide to come over the top here. Let's check it out in a moment if it should be. Actually, I can check it out right now because I am going to fold if somebody raises. So no matter what the solver should say. And it's perfect. Shiba, did I have the 10-4? The 10-3. Technically the 10-3. 10-3, I'm checking it right. Should be a fold, the 10-4 should be a call, but whatever. That is a minor difference. Down here I'm gonna raise. There's some stuff happening on every table right now. Right, so let's stick to this one where I got called. On the paired board I'm gonna check and most likely check call. He had a better flush, fair enough. I'm gonna come over the top. And here I need to most likely let it go. Again, I could go for it. I think I might. I took it down on table 4 with the delayed c-bet on a turn there. Also a decent hand. Jack 10 9 6. The two gaps are not ideal, obviously, but still, yeah, fine enough. Speaking of not ideal, this table sucks. Everybody is asleep, including me. Definitely fine to call a 3-bet with. Yeah, money's gone in here. Happily so. You have a wrap, we have the flush draw, the backdoor flush draw. This is a beautiful, beautiful flop for this hand. And him betting pot, I don't see him folding. Hope he doesn't have the better flush draw on top. Even then we still have enough equity. He does not, and we just get there right away. Nice. Very nice. So I'm having another table open on the side, but unfortunately I don't think there is one running. There are 22 entries at PLO 20. PLO 50 is going all day, 47 entries strong. PLO 10 is 15, which is nice to see. It's PLO 10 is getting some numbers back. Initially when they released PLO 20, PLO 10 was dead for like 1.5 weeks. Everybody was playing higher. That'll work, given enough top pair and the gut shot to the nuts. Also various 2-pair outs, which might or might not be good. More often than not, they are good. I have a feeling I'm not getting a fold often enough. I think I'm behind here, and I don't think I'm getting a fold often enough. I'm hand precisely like this. To consider turning it into a bluff. I somehow had a... I know poker shouldn't be feeling based, but just had the intuition, let's use that word, that he would call. Get raised here, the ace king a3, that's an interesting question. Call it. Okay, now I'm never folding. I think we split this one up, the animation is wonky. This one go. I think this is a little bit too optimistic here. I'm not even sure why I hit that raise button there. Except if I flop like 4 cards after a straight flush. Might be a decent reason. I'm checking behind, pot is big enough. Wouldn't mind to see 2 checks here. If I get raised here, I would more often than not think it's a bluff. With a blocker, of course, the board pairing isn't ideal. There's basically only the ace-7 and the 10-7, right? Might be 10s in there as well. So there's never aces. Somehow, I'm not a believer. Very nice. Unknown Grinder, welcome into channel, mate. Thanks. Yeah, I took a week-long break there when I went to the Netherlands to a thing with a bunch of friends, and everybody brought their computer. And afterwards, I just needed some time to get that party, those few days, out of my system. And thanks for that, and I'm also very happy to be back. I think I'll give it to him. So he check raised. Paired river. Did he check raise? No, he led. And he did that with air, basically. Right, so I'm kind of inclined to call this dude even with this hand, which I usually throw away. Fortunately, we don't flop that great. So how are things going on your end, Unknown Grinder? Were you the one who took down the... Hang on. Like the Sunday sprint promotion, whatever that was called? Okay, now it gets interesting here. I probably optimistically called here on for the flop. I have all the blockers that I would want. I want to go for it. Ooh, out of my mind. Let's see if I take this one down. Splash pot was a limp raise and I called, and then we checked it through all the way. No, actually bet the flop once. I decided to be sticky with a gut shot. So another table did open, but I think I'm gonna close it in a moment again. mean, I could switch out this table. Which really is on the tighter end. Yeah, how's your streaming going on Grinder? How are things? With the jack in my hand, maybe I can bet here, maybe. Then again, I don't see too much calling that I beat. Maybe the ace king, ace queen. Ooh, aces on another table. And I have action. I took it down here on the flop, by the way. No, on the turn when I bet. With ace 4-4, ace king 4-4 in hearts. Took it down with the aces pre, which is awesome. More aces, these are even better. And they're in the form of ace, ace, king 4 double suited. More aces on the other table I have on the side. Get 3 emotes already. I have just one. I was surprised by that too. I think like one emote is for a higher tier subscription, which you might have from the get-go. Oh, hang on. There's the other table, like the fifth table here with aces. I get action. He has a perfect hand against us, and he's gonna get there and stay there right away. Good for him. That's a perfect hand against aces. Can't really fault him for that. Interesting that he chose to 4-bet. Not too many players would do that at PLO 20. Sorry, what am I talking about? Right. So one emote is for a higher tier subscription, and the third one is, I think, when I reach 25 subscriber points. So for each subscriber you get a point. I think once these reach 25, then you unlock another emote, I believe. Hey, you got affiliated on Twitch. Very nice. Congrats, man. Some progress with the streaming. And Alex, that was him. Yeah, right, he won. Forgot about that. Here, I'm gonna come over the top, I think. And this is rather okay. This also isn't bad. Against the button range though, I will just check here. I'm not folding. Especially now. Here the money goes in. Here's 2 pair. Then we drew out and he makes a full house. Come on. That is what it is. Do have a nice hand over here. Yeah, I prefer to play this one heads up. Also, I can comfortably call should he come over the top, or should anyone. Not necessarily the board I'm looking for. Oh, sorry about that. But I mean, I'm gonna see bet you're small here. Would also do this with a very good hand. Ooh, nice. Take that one down. Yes, I'm happy to hear that the streaming is going well. I'll check this one out. I think it's a little bit too thin in MP. In fact, I'm almost certain I know it's too thin. Yeah, it's perfect. Even the 9.8 would be a fold, not to mention the 9.7. So there are some small beats here. I mean, the hand with the aces, we weren't that far ahead pre-flop against his hand there. Both of his flush draws were alive, I believe. Like the hand where he had a check, where it went all in pre-flop. When I pulled over the fifth table. Speaking of aces, coming our way again in the form of ace-ace 7-5 here. Out of my mind. So for the session we're still down. Unfortunately losing those two pots. But not much. Surprisingly, we're down one buy-in. Much one buy-in. Oh well, yeah, now that I check out all the stacks, we are sitting on over 200 big blinds on two tables, 150 on another one. That explains it. And how's the poker itself going on Grinder? You're playing No Limit what? I forgot the stakes. Was it No Limit 4? Or do you play No Limit 10? Did you play PLO? No, I'm really... No, you played No Limit, right? Ooh, you updated your channel. I'll check it out later. It's tough with the laptops. Yeah, if you only have one screen, that is not really helpful. Yeah, I mean, let me rephrase that. Having more than one screen is really helpful. But... you can do a screen... Oh, right, because on the laptop things are overlapping, right? Because I do a screen capture and I just have the part of the screen where the tables are selected, and then I set them up as individual scenes and have a hotkey for each scene. Hang on. I find that weird. They don't need to let it go. Fair enough. I'd rather do it this way than just call, and most likely call a lot of turn bets here. Or even, you know, bluff with the ace of diamonds. Maybe he's already full. Fairly happy calling here. Queen Jack 10. The 5 of course isn't really helpful, but the Queen Jack 10 combo is strong enough, double suited, I think. Not the droids we're looking for though, not our board. Yeah, if you have to switch the window capture, I don't even know how that works. Since all the windows have from Run It Once have the same name currently, so I wouldn't know how to select that window that you want. But I'll check out your stream, see what you changed. This is so not the board I was hoping for. call happy. Yeah, I need to let it go. I would have liked had he bet small, then I could call. Various bluffing opportunities would be open here. On certain rivers. Gonna do up here. Oh, never mind. I thought it was double suited. In that case, we're just gonna call, completing the action. Now, a moment, I need to shake the vape fluid all about. I just made new vape fluid. Need to shake it a little every once in a while, just in case you're wondering. Oh, damn it, I had the mic off there. Sorry about that. I heard something happen and I saw that Slicker or Sicker 123 followed the channel. That is very kind of you. Thank you very much. Meaning you're my 499th follower, which is a mouthful to say. But feels very rewarding. Ooh, huge pot over here. Seven in this third nut flush draw, okay. What streamer level did you make on a grinder? Did you make level 2? I don't know how much you stream. I don't think you don't have that. Actually, I do see you streaming a lot, but I don't know how much you stream during the month. So, top pair alone isn't really cutting it here in a multi-way situation. I see. Well, actually, Unknown, if you're looking for a stream for a PC for streaming, you don't need to. Oh, what happened here? He had Jack 6-4-3, so he had an open ender. He had spades as well, even though he had 3 spades. And he had Queen 10-10-8. Wow. So definitely crazy and definitely call happy. You have spades as well. Yeah, he had spades and but also 3 spades. So just gonna get the general note call happy. Right. So here's the thing on Grinder. I'm streaming, or I'm capturing everything by, like, I'm encoding via software, so I'm not using my graphic cards at all to encode, because the software encoder for some reason looks better than the hardware encoder. And so a decently all the CPUs you can buy even for cheap money, especially the AMDs, are so very powerful. You can get away with a lot less than that. But I would probably assume half, especially if you don't need to buy new drives and all that. Then possibly even less. If it's just motherboard, RAM, and a CPU, probably get away with like 300 and have a really powerful computer still. If you buy AMD, you're gonna have integrated graphics, so that's even good for some light gaming. Genau der! Hey, welcome back to the channel. It is going reasonably well in this short session now. We got beaten up by the dealer a little bit. But for today we're still up like around, I have to check, around 5 buy-ins currently. So things are going swell, all in all. Of course, I lost once more with Ace-Ace against King-King when a King rolled off. But I'm getting used to that. I think I didn't win that spot once yesterday. That came up at least 3 times that I remember. I think it came up more than that. That's what it is. I'm in good spirits, and all in all, things are going well. Check the latest standing. Yeah, we're still up like around 5 buy-ins. And for the session down 1.5 currently. This might help. The ace Jack 10-5 double suited. Certainly a nice looking hand. I think this might be one for the checking basket. Not blocking any straights here. And why not check something that is a little bit stronger than just air? And here the problem is runouts. I think a card exactly like this is just gonna make life so hard. Fair enough. Closing the action, definitely calling here. So we have the front door flush draw, we have the back door flush draw, we have an overpair. Let's see what happens. Really, part, huh? Have to let it go. Yeah, have to let it go. And good thing I have. Here this never's crushed, but in bad shape for sure. I mean, we would have taken it down, but would have, should have, could have. Also, I don't think we would have survived the turn there. Oh, okay, okay. I see. Still no reason to bet, I think. It's a single raised part, not like a 3-bet here. This one I took down pre. Somehow I don't believe him though. Happy to check call again. Would suck if he pots. Let's hope he doesn't have to straight. Ooh, that'll work too, my friend. Wow, wow, that was unexpected. I mean, got the maximum here, I guess. Given my specific holding. But he was stabby earlier. He did a weird raise on a paired board when he only had top pair, top kicker, which is why I was perfectly happy calling down. And also why I didn't believe him on the turn. So here where I decided to actually call, certainly not the ideal solution situation in the small blind, but still. I'll take it down here. Oh. Yeah, I understand, Anon Grinder. That makes a whole lot of sense then. There's no reason to buy. Yeah. Be different if you do it like in a... If you were to stream much more in the future, then it's a different story. But yeah, makes a lot of sense. This is pretty nice, giving us top 2, and is it a wrap? No, it's just an open-ender. A rainbow board. Don't mind if I do. Up here, blind versus button. I raised and then I called. Could check this out in a moment if that is okay. Yeah, I do take it down. This table seems to be nearing the end of its life. If I can dig up a better one. That was pretty neat. I mean, you do have to pair from the board. I think I'll call here. Turn the third nuts. Took it down on table 1 with the c-bet there. That's a top set. This might have been a spot for a small bet, either to get a crying call or induce some button clicking. I think I would have liked that. I'm not folding here, neither am I raising, I think. Yeah, don't need to raise this out of position. Do I? Right, that queen was it? Let me check out that hand. Queen 9-3 on the button. I'm fairly certain it is a button raise. I have no idea if it should be a raise call or a raise fold, to be honest. So let's check. I need to let this one go. Here as well. Perfect. Raise call. Yeah. Perfection. So using that matrix on the side is definitely starting to pay off. I'm running into fewer and fewer spots where I'm doing something that the matrix wouldn't advise. I like that. It's gonna take me a long time to get to the level of people like Kipperi, who I'm always impressed with when he just, like, from the hip he fires and he goes, oh, that's a fold, that's a raise, that's a call. I'm like, how the fuck do you know that? Right. In that vein, I think it's a little, make the 4 a 5 and I'll be happy raising this, I think. So if you have a gutter and the straight draw, the flush draw, now we have a double gutter. I think I'll go for it here. He checked pretty quickly. Really? Feels like a big draw. Or turn set, maybe? The absolute kings up here, turning into middle and bottom pair. on this board. Calling here for sure, blind versus blind. Not my board. He folds. Here I'll be the one doing the folding. Well, let's check out what happens over here. I do take it down and he bets as he should. Bets pretty large though in position. Something I stopped doing for the most part. Fine enough to call. A button raise here. Oh wait, sorry, here. Duh. Just briefly entertaining, doing some shenanigans here down the road, loading and then raising over leading out, like that. Maybe at some point. Okay. But do I give up? I don't think so. Cool. If you ask me why I did play the hand this way, I honestly wouldn't have an answer. Just felt it was a good spot. Basically the 9 is blockers to future straights, which never really became important. I think that was the initial reason. Then it just kept going. Going to sleep. Well deserved, I am sure, Anon Grinder. Thanks for dropping by, man. And I'll check out your stream tonight, like some of your archived streams, to see what you changed. Thanks for dropping by, mate. Not quite. Not quite the right board. Semi-decent hand on here, King Queen 7-8, double suited. Would prefer if he just folds. It's not a hugely amazing multi-way hand. Actually, let's check this one out in a moment. This should be a call. I mean, now I'm not folding. I might as well check it out now, unless he comes over the top, but I'm not folding. So, but I'm curious, MP versus under the gun, if this is a call. Just a fold. Just a fold, yeah. So we have all the backdoors and a gut shot. Yeah, okay, never mind. Now, of course, I'm dead. But maybe this might be a spot to even just come over the top right away with all the backdoors and the gutter. Yeah, you try to get more money in. Good luck. Yeah, maybe the call was... I think it might have been the worst option here, the call. Like either fold or a raise might be interesting. Not as a standard move, but every once in a while. Yeah, I would have liked that. So just to make certain, like assuming this dude would have folded, is this an open, like the king queen 7-8, I think then double suited it should be an open. Yeah, then it should be a raise call. It's unfortunate that we're not heads up here, then I would c-bet. On a pretty uncoordinated board all in all. Yeah, on table 3 in the 5-5-4, I mean, I definitely got some plans for the turn, but with an ace turning, I mean, that's that. That's at that point the hand is over against the 3-better. Especially against the tight 3-better. Big pot brewing. Potentially. Ooh, what does my note say? Call happy, okay. So a 3-bet call, also interesting. Gets there with a flush in the end. That's tough. I'll check out that hand in a moment. Here we flop a pretty decent wrap. Down here things got interesting with this turn. Got better pretty hard now. And up here, I mean, yeah, I took it down on table 4. I think I'll just let this one go. I think he's gonna have too much, yeah, but still. Maybe with a bet there with the 8 in my hand as a blocker to the straight and the speed that he checked with. Not sure. I need to check this one out too. I'm a little bit shaky on these hands. They should be called. Wait until the pre-flop is over. It's fine, actually. This hand specifically, the ace-3, ace-deuce would not be a call, but with the 4-5 combo and a pair of 4s, of course, it is fine. That's a very interesting card. So we got some interesting stuff happening. We have this board here. We have a pair of blockers and, of course, straight draw ourselves. Here he now finds the bet button. Having checked in position behind, I don't see a reason to come over the top, I think. Not a happy river. Took it down on table 2 here. And this spot keeps coming up often enough, blind versus blind, where I need to look it up. My tentative understanding is that after raising the small blind against the big blind, there is not much c-betting going on. There's a lot of checking going on into the big blind from the small blind, and I would like to know more. Him I'm calling. I have a feeling he might be a little bit tilted now, having lost with aces. Ooh, by the way, I need to check out that hand. What he 3-bet called with there, this dude. With the paired board, I'm just gonna let it go. Call happy, huh? Right, so he raised... 3-bet called... What did he have? His name is Russell. If you remember the hand that I showed when he had the aces, he ended up winning with the flush there. He had a Jack 10 9 6 sing a suit. Wow, that's a pretty crappy hand. Jack 10. Sing a suited 2 then 9. It's a pretty happy turn, I hope. Close in the action. I think it's rather close between calling and folding here. Triple suited. 2 flop a flush. So he's short. Interesting. And this was a mistake, by the way, to come over the top here, even against a loose dude. Really shouldn't have a dangler in my hand. 3-betting a hand like this. Not a happy river. Ah, man. Sure. Took it down on table 1. Oh, well, he had it all. Wow. Wow. Excuse me. Good game, he says. Nice hand, I say. That was a nice hand. Yeah, probably a call more on the optimistic side of things, I don't know. I think the main reason why I did call was that because he's short. And might just go all in no matter his hand. Hmm. Triple suited. Triple suited isn't great, but I do have that Jack 10 combo in there. The 6 is a little bit of help. But I can make one straight with the 10. Really hope he bets small. Would very much like to see another card. That's a good price for that turn card. Decent hand up here, Ace King Jack 4, double suited. But the hand I'm gonna lay down against what would it be, 4-bet? Wow, a massive splash, and this time we have the hand, we have the hammer. We took it down up here. Okay, let's play a big one. Yeah, this might end up a 5-way or 4-way all in. But double suited, not double suited, double paired kings here. For 1 all in. I think it's gonna be at least 3 ways. Oh hell yeah, let's play a huge one. Okay, 1 ace is still live. Kings again. Did we take it? No. I think we got something back there, right? Kings, always kings. Bane of my existence. Yeah, we got 3/4, 2/3 of our stack back. Kings, always kings. You got crap. You got scrap. Not necessarily the river I was looking for. Cool. So what happened there specifically? What were the hands? Taylor had King King 9 deuce. Okay, single suited, so splash the not either Maniac or Call Happy, not sure about that. And Rider, what did Rider have? Jack 10 9 6. Triple suited, okay, definitely splash the pot, Call Happy. Now that's it for this table, that's very unfortunate. Splash the pot, Happy, Caller. I have the weirdest deja vu about this hand. taking it down though. Actually out of position, I could have just checked here. Oh, Taylor came back, he just put his winnings aside, fair enough. He's time banking heavily, I hope he's disconnected, he's not really thinking that long for a pre-flops situation. Oops, sorry about that. Another double paired king hand, this time king 3-3. That's pretty alright. Yes. Small overpair, open ender. Got aces up here. Right, so here now we have a top pair, which is also pretty neat. Gonna see, but we got a fold on table 3, where the king turned. That'll work for me. Let's see if it's gonna work for him. Unfortunately not. I think I'm calling here once. Giving us 2 pair. Not bad. So it looks like every table is short now. And this one with the dude sitting out, I'm gonna leave that table. Maybe a set? Do you see that right? Yeah, a set of 3s. Ah, damn it, people are sitting out. I guess we have to substitute some PLO 20 tables with some PLO 10 tables. Of which there are plenty around. Ambition! Welcome back to the channel, mate. Nice to see you. No, unfortunately not even close. Like I broke even last month, but I did get 20 or so buy-ins back in Rakeback. And so far the month has been going alright. Yesterday I took a horrible beating. Well, not horrible, it's just that I should have been up and instead was down like 6 buy-ins. Only one PLO 20 table, which broke as well now. That is a pity. Let's open PLO 10 then. Right, so in today's session I'm up as well, but I'm not feeling the love from the dealer. And When I'm making mistakes here and there, they're nowhere near enough to justify the losses, so I'm happy blaming it on that dealer. I'm in good spirits though, things will turn around. And let me check how the day has been going. Oh, we had a splash pot with a 4-way all-in with aces. Kings drew out once more. Kings have been the bane of my existence the last couple of days. And the traffic, generally speaking, is well right now. PLO 20 broke for some reason. So we have 23 entries PLO 10. Only 3 at PLO 20, and which is me. And 44 entries at PLO 50, so I need to move up at some point. Giving us a straight draw and a flush draw. The straight draw we already had. Not necessarily the card I was looking for. I guess everybody's just immersed in the watching. And you know, the vocal chatters are not among us right now. Random Shill is on a vacation in Hawaii. Frenchie is off doing something. Right here, sorry. Right, so this session I've been down. For the day I'm still up. Yeah, for the day I'm still up. 2.5, 3 buy-ins, something like that. I was up a whole bunch more before I started the session, but meh. It's up like 6.5, 7 buy-ins, something like that. So, being the 3 better, I think I will see bet here. Get the bad news right away. So nobody can call with the nut flush draw, because I have that covered. Or blocked, I should say. Yeah, and I'm a little bit tired today, so it might not be the longest stream. I'll see. Not really sure why that is. I do have the party in the Netherlands out of my system now. The reason why I wasn't on the air for a week. But still, a little bit tired tonight. Flop the open-ender. And that's pretty much it. So with a diamond in my hand, with a heart in my hand, I am gonna call here no matter if he calls or not. Take one off. I do take it down here. Just to see what he had. The 9-7, no? Jack 10, 9-7. Fair enough. So here I have top and bottom. I have a blocker. I think I don't mind betting here too much. I don't think I'm getting raised all that often. Like, no one has the Jack 10, right? And the 5-7 is not gonna raise. Take some shots. I'm thinking about it, and I have something to take care of in real life the next days, and then I'll know. I'm mentioning that because I have some money coming my way, and that might be enough to push my bankroll into PLO 50 limits. And once I know that that enough money is coming my way, then I can take shots, you know, before I actually have the money in my account. So here I flop pretty well. Here the money is going in. If he's coming over the top? I would say this is a very decent turn. Awesome. Still have the nuts. Well, technically there's quads. Took it down on the other table with aces. And we're good. We're never splitting. Guess he did end up having a 5, possibly? No, that's straight, 8-6. Cool. This is gonna end up multi-way. If I call, I can't rightfully raise. I'm just gonna let it go. Yeah, and I also have my own. I set up a Discord if anyone else in the chat is interested, which the Nightbot helpfully just advertised in the channel. And what else is new? Right. Ooh, I kinda got frisky and figured, you know, why not ask the PLO Matrix guys if I can have it for free in exchange for a banner? And they said yes within like 5 minutes. It was awesome. Like I messaged up some guy on Discord from the Matrix, and he talked to Doug Polk. Then I got an email that, you know, from support, like Doug Polk told me to give you free access, and I was like, whoa, sweet. Which is awesome. And I also got the agreement you have to sign once you are a level 2 streamer, have been a level 2 streamer for 2 months. And it's nowhere near as bad as I thought, like in the sense that I thought that I wouldn't be allowed, where it would be restricted about the things that I can talk about. And I can mention the PLO Matrix, I can talk about the Jane Landis Mastermind, I can keep that banner on my table. So I'm very, not on my table, in my channel. So I'm very happy about all of that. Yeah. I guess them is the news. As the hangman would say. Okay, let's do some pot betting here. With the bottom set, which I suspect is good right now. Couldn't have been a worse card, right? It's a straight, makes the flush, good stuff. Yeah. Ugh. Nasty. I did all I could. Betting pot there. Yeah, so I'll actually do that tomorrow about the money coming my way and figure it out. And then I might be at PLO 50 sooner than I thought. Certainly wouldn't mind. And I've been told yesterday or the day before that PLO 50 is supposedly softer than PLO 20 actually most of the time. It's a horrible board. Didn't get better. The 10 was kind of okay. I mean, I made it easy on him checking that quickly, but still. Ooh, and also the other piece of news. Yesterday we saw 2 2 180 and 160 euro splashes, 800 big blinds at PLO 20. Had good hands in both of them. Didn't manage to take either one of them down, unfortunately. But still. Exciting. Speaking of exciting, I have the aces in the form of ace, ace, king 7, seeing suited in clubs to the ace. Perfect. I dig it. Okay, you call and me triple up. Ah. Okay, that's not gonna work. Sweet. Der Alte, welcome back. Ooh, right. Actually, on the side I can make a new poll. Casino Kippery and other channels have these casino-type thingies, and I have no opinion about them one way or the other. But I'll make a poll in a moment, and yeah, if you want, you can vote if you want to see a casino, something like that on this channel. Might make the viewing experience more fun. I have no opinion about it. Twist Meta Tank, welcome to the channel. Pro 20 occasion, you got 7 euros. Big spender. Not sure what you mean with the 7 euros. But yeah, that's me. I have it rain coins whenever I go to the strip club. Like, fresh from the mint, man. I don't skimp. That's not what I wanted to do. Give me a moment while I figure that poll thing out. Yeah, if you're talking about me sitting at PLO 10 by any chance, Twist Meta Tank, then that's because right now there are no PLO 20 games running. And we flop top and bottom. I think I'm gonna... on a board like this, I think I'm gonna go for the check raise. Better get it in than play a guessing game on various nasty turns. Having the king of heart is helpful, having kings is also helpful, blocking straights and straight draws. Right. I'm gonna check here. Sounds good to me. End up making a straight. I suspect it's gonna be good. My extensions. Let me see if I can figure this out. Bowling, right. We have a pair and open-ender here. No casino bullshit, you say? Yeah, as I said, I have no opinion about it myself. That's certainly input I'm gonna take on board. Happy to have it. from my point of view, I agree. I just have no idea what like the general consensus would be. But yeah, noted. Taken on board, Ambition. You need to let this one go. And here I'm gonna go for the bluff now with all the 10s. I have one other strap. I know you keep winning in the Kippery casino. But you know, that being said with the casino, and if I were to do it, it would be in a way that it's not going to clutter up the chat. So all the casino stuff would be invisible in the chat. If that's not possible, I wouldn't even do it. Because then it would bother the heck out of me, seeing all that stuff going on in the chat. Not being able to see who when somebody actually says something. I'm gonna figure out the poll about this later. I can't quite do it right now. But yeah, Ambition. I'm, you know, as I said, I'm pretty much of your opinion. And noted and taken on board. How would you feel about the casino if it wouldn't show up in the chat? I think he's working right now, Ambition. He was in the channel yesterday, we actually played a little bit with him. And in the end, I'm not sure if he broke even or took some of his money. We did get him in a, that was sweet, we did get some sweet Kippery money in a Splash Pot special where I limped aces under the gun, he raised, and then, you know, I came over the top, and it was a whole thing. And earlier he called a raise, like an all-in with ace, queen, jack, jack, single suited, and I had aces, and of course he hits the jack. Because why wouldn't he? Don't think I can do too much here. Please fold, please fold, please fold. Ugh. Is this ever a re-raise? Kinda doubt it. Actually, I'm almost certain that it isn't. But let's check it out. Okay, giving us the nut flush and draw and a whole bunch of overcards. Fine, checking this behind. Paired board, we do have the nut flush though. Unless there's like a 4 deuce or a 7-4, I don't really think there's gonna be many full houses. Unknown Grinder was in the channel earlier, but he had to go to bed. Was it ace, queen, 10-9? Actually, that specific hand, the queen 9 and the jack 10, would be a raise. That's funny that I even looked this one up. Maybe I kind of remember that? I don't know. It would be a raise call at that. Interesting. So there are some single suited raises there in this spot. I know double suited it's a no-brainer raise call. Interesting. I'll let it go. Down here, the Jack 9-9 looks pretty nice. Not hitting though. Ooh, a PLO 20 table. Sight for sore eyes. You pay for dinner, that's also good, Nick. But he's not in the channel, is he? No, I don't see the name. Interesting. I do have all the blockers. Is it worth a shot to hard it here? I actually think it might be. There's no other straight possible, there's only one straight. Hopefully two pair are gonna find it really hard to be calling here. I only watch high rollers. Neato. Flop two pair, backdoor flush. Back to the table. See, more power to you. You go get them. You get them, sir. So I don't think I'll be doing much folding here. Sorry yet. So he actually did. What did he have? 3-7. Oh, he made a straight with the 4 in the end. Fair enough. So some stuff's happening here. I came over the top with a hand that it's justified to do that with, I think. I was actually hoping to get it heads up. The best laid plans and all that, huh? Okay. No, I think the altar is from not Finland, some Scandinavian country. Unfortunately, I forgot. I'm sorry. But long story short, he can't play on Run It Once yet, I believe, right? I believe that was the gist of it. I think I'm gonna go for it here with the 10 in my hand. Also with everybody checking. Blocking at least ace queen a little. Nice. Okay. This time we actually do flop it. And we have backup. Plenty of backup too. Both backdoors, we have a gutter blockers. This is a good start, I would say. Perfect. Play for it all, my friend. What you got? Up here again I have blockers, which I tend to utilize. A wrap instead of a good. Ugh. Oh well. table and move over the PLO 20 table instead. Ooh, that is a nice surprise. Didn't think I'd shut it off putting a bed in here. Semi-interesting turn here. Not sure about the turn call. I mean, the price was really good. The flush, a 9 might have been good. A queen definitely would have been good. Interesting spot here where I chose to bet with the blockers. Now actually end up making a straight. I'm gonna go for the pure bluff. Not necessarily a button board here. He's telling us it is, though. This is a very nice surprise. Top 2, not flush draw. Sounds good to me. Didn't sound good to him. Fortunate. Jesus! That I need a different noise. Queen of Diamonds, thank you for the host, my lady. How are things going on your end? Queen of Diamonds, of course. A fellow streamer from Run It Once, streaming low stakes, micro stakes, no limit, and doing that very nicely. I think yeah, with the remaining stack, I'm just gonna come here. Not super excited. Perfect. Yeah, so by all means, do check out her channel. She's a very, very nice person. I always have a smile on my face whenever I watch her. Get raised here. Fair enough. Another PLO 20 table opened. Here we're gonna do the splash pot special, limp along. Happy to call, it being heads up. Yeah, pot size I can't really call. This, however, is a slightly different story. Liking that. Another spade is very helpful. Really? You needed to do that? I mean, I do have the 10, so Jack 10 is a little bit less likely. Happy to check behind now. Really? Just quads, huh? Wow. Ooh. So this one I'm gonna let go. However, I've flopped the nuts on the PLO 20 table. Let's watch that. Okay, last hand on the PLO 10 table down here. And we do flop a double gut shot, backdoor flush draw. Speaking of gut shots, so how have we been doing in the last half hour? Not much movement, pretty much none. So for the day, still up 3.5 binds, something like that. Certainly not horrible. So right now we're sitting, as always, on 4 tables. Table 1, table 2 are PLO 10 tables. Like you can see the table number, always like down there, underneath the mouse there. And table 3 and table 4 being PLO 20 tables. Here I'm not going to be able to be party to this. Okay. So blind versus blind, I raised, he came over the top. Pretty standard, I called. And now I'm folding. Up here I have double suited, double paired kings, king, king, 5-5, in spades and clubs, doesn't matter. Took it down pre. Oh, Don Correa, welcome back to the channel, and that does warm my heart. Something fierce. Thank you very much. That's very nice of you. Can't do it. Not with only the flush draw here. Yeah, that warms my heart. Something fierce, as I like to say. Looks pretty good to me. And we are up today, Don Correa. The dealer was is still being pretty nasty. But even so, we're up like 3.5 binds, something like that. Yeah, here I'm really not happy with that king, of course. I think I'm still gonna call it. The do block ace queen. Yeah. Does he have it? Ooh. Nice. No good, sir. No good. No, unfortunately, table 4 is breaking. It's heads up now. I don't do heads up, as you well know. So, top and bottom here. Interesting spot with the blockers. Again, gonna go for it. Here, the question is, do I raise, do I call, do I fold? I don't think I'm gonna fold. I think traffic is steady with a slight upwards trend. Is my perception. Tonight it's kind of slow. Like earlier they were like... Right now there's 19 entries at PLO 10, which is nice to see PLO 10 taking off again. Only 8 at PLO 20. Not sure what's up with that. And 25 at PLO 50, which has been going strong all day. I think I'll just come over the top. If he has a better full house, then so be it. He folds, well, really. Really? Quickly, too. Color me surprised. Alright, let me fast forward this song, see if it gets the X. Oh, hell yeah. Shall never be heard again. This might be another candidate for the chopping block. Just... Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, so let's check the no limit traffic. No limit has risen again. It's not huge right now, but it's decent. I'm gonna check this 3 ways. I can make quads twice, I guess. Really hope I'm not losing against a 5-7 here or something like that. That'll work just fine. And there's going to be another promotion for the whole weekend, which hopefully is going to drive up traffic as well. So if you play a hand between 6 and 6:15 in the afternoon tomorrow, you're going to get 20% rakeback for the following 24-hour period straight into your account. Of course, only from the 49% of rake you're paying, because you're already getting 51% rakeback in the form of splashes. I think I'll... Even without a single heart, I'll see if I can get it through. Nope. Then I'll give up. Worth a shot. Really brave call, I don't know. Really? The King River, King River. Trying to think which... I'm always so bad with that damn hand recollection, it's embarrassing. Ah, right. Yeah, it was... You know, more often than not, I think I'm folding there as well, to be quite honest. Two pair and open-ender. What do I... Yeah, right? Not blocking his queen, that's unfortunate. Let's get more and more unfortunate by the second this board. I think just a flop lead would have been the way to go here. He took it on with what now? Is king... Oh, king 9. Okay, so he made 2 pair in the end. Miroslav. Hey, welcome back, Miroslav. Nice to see you again. Block bet also. I like that as well, yeah. I mean, I was blocking ace 8, of course, and yeah, I was optimistic, basically. Was value betting. Yeah. Might have been. Yet again, another PLO 20 table has opened. Just trying to figure out which table to close. I think this one. Okay. 2 have outs. Nice. That being one of them. No soup for you. Splash pot, sleepy dude. Extras in here. Not much. I'll let it go. And put the PLO 20 table over there. Yeah, unfortunately there's no good replayer yet. Still waiting on that. Whew. Pretty nice. Feeling I might be turning my head into a bluff here. Well, not necessarily. It is a single raised pot. Don't have aces, don't have aces. Ooh, perfect. Speaking of aces. What did he call with there on table 1? Ooh. Not a happy board at all. He had the 9-8-7-6, so a gutter, a pair and a gutter to the nuts, I guess. On one of the PLO 20 tables. Here the board paired might win us the hand. He doesn't seem to agree. And having a 3-bet here, this is a pretty decent board, I would say. So right now, table 2, this one, and table 3, this one are PLO 20 tables. Made a little profit there in the last 15 minutes. Almost one buy-in. Nice. Is that the 7 from like where you go like this from like Elite or Flight Simulations type of games where you have to salute the 07 basically? So this is kind of an interesting spot, right? I'm not folding. I really don't think he has the Queen 10 here all that often. Being helped by the fact that I do have the 10 myself. Bet small, which is kind of scary. Nice. In a splash pot on the PLO 10 table. He is short. Oh, let's go for it. It's not, I don't 3-bet this hand. I don't 3-bet under the gun raiser with this hand like ever. But in a splash pot against a shorty, I kind of feel comfortable doing it. Not looking to get a, like I don't mind a cold call, I'm not looking to get a 3-bet, 4-bet, whatever the number would be. Yeah, fair enough. Neato. So, Splash the Pot Maniac is the note. Splash the Pot Maniac. I had the board, the initial board, Don Correa was Ace 8 8 Ace Ace 8. Sorry about that. Ace. So 2 aces and 1 8, and I had pocket 8s. And then on a turn a 7 came, and I bet the flop on the turn. He called twice. And on the river a king rolled off, and that's when I checked. So here I think I'm gonna bet pot, but I'm gonna bet. And he decided to then I checked, and he then bet took it down here, an ace queen, and I thought long about it, almost ended up folding. And I did take it down with the full house. So he didn't have ace king, didn't have ace 7, anything like that. I think I'll let this one go. It is so common, you're correct, yeah. Yeah, from his perspective, it's also interesting. That's right, I didn't turn that one around. Like, what does he expect to get out of the bet? Who knows what PLO 10? Yeah, there's that. At least some of them. It's a loose aggro, sure. Took it down on table 4. When once the king rolled off on the turn. Just a pure flush draw doesn't sound like my type of thing. For a pot size bet. Yeah, I was leading flop and turn. Because I had a full house. Yeah, it was ace 8-8. Ace ace 8, right. And I had pocket eights. Yeah, that's... Thank you, that is... Poker Bros! Wow, I hope your session went well. Thank you very much for the host, my friend. That is very kind of you. Poker Bros plays an excellent game, I think mostly tournaments, from what I remember. So by all means, do check out his... Oops, hang on, I timed out somebody. Streamlabs, I timed out Streamlabs. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I clicked the wrong button there. Right, all I wanted to do was give a shout out to Poker Bros. Wait, I only banned... Yeah, okay, Streamlab. Never mind, didn't hit an actual person. So let me do this the proper way first. And... Welcome to all the new viewers that came over with Poker Bros. My name is Not Raisin. I am playing PLO 20 mostly, right now a little bit PLO 10 because there are not enough tables, and I do that every day. Used to be a professional short stacker, or semi-professional, back in the day professional limit hold'em player. Now I'm making my way up the limits once more. This hand might help, giving us not only the nut flush draw, which we still have, and a pair, we also have the wheel. Yeah, thanks a lot, Poker Bros. I hope your session went well. And by any means, check out his channel. He's a very nice dude, plays a very decent game as well. Cool channel. Can't really do much on the paired board here. Same is true up here. Okay, that didn't time out or ban anyone by accident, right? No, it was just a Streamlabs spot. Right, so against the tight dude, I think this one is a fold. I'll check it out, but I think with the 5 and the deuce as side cards, it's not all that exciting. Now people are sometimes shocked when they're new to PLO when I fold kings in various spots, especially bad or medium kings, but more often not that is correct. Let's check out if that was actually right, or if I'm being too nitty. Might be possible. Ooh, nothing nitty about getting the aces here. Because I can't call here in the small blind on this on the table where he raised. King 5 deuce, and that is perfect. That fold actually. With the ace of clubs, I'm gonna call, a little bit mystified by the lead. Ooh, another PLO 20 table is opening, so let's get rid of another PLO 10 table in a moment. That might be a helpful card, might or might not be. This is not a bad board, and I think... I saw that you played Fortnite. I did take it down there. Somehow I'm not a believer. Ooh, that... Excuse me. Top full house is good. So now all the tables are PLO 20 except for this one for table 1. In case you're wondering why I'm... the tables are numbered, you see it in the bottom left of your screen. So if you have any comments about how I played things, then they're always very welcome. And just give me a hint with the table number, and then I can find the hand in the hand history. I have horrible hand recollection. Yeah, I checked you out earlier and a few people were watching, and I appreciate the host. quite a bit. And you don't go. I can't talk anymore. Apparently, are you going to the TwitchCon? You dance while playing. That's Poker Bakes, not Poker Bras. At least I don't know that about Poker Bras, but Poker Bakes is an avid dancer and he does a good job. Please fold, please fold, please fold. Well, actually, if he raises, I can comfortably call. And three-handed here, I pick up the Ace, King, King, 4, Singer suited in spades. No, I'm not. I'm not. Maybe next year. So I'm guessing you're going, judging by the icon in your front of your name. I took it down on both tables, table 3 and table 4 pre-flop. Which is nice, taking down that splash pot, some rakeback coming our way. Yeah, I only used to dance in like dark, small techno clubs. The dark is important. Well, preferably foggy on top as well. And badly. Can't deny that. King King only loses you money. Yeah, I'm very selective with my kings. Top set there's always an ace. Ugh. I wish that was my story, man. Yesterday and today, every time I had aces and the other dude had kings, every single time I lost. Like I remember at least 4 instances yesterday and today where that was true. Right, I wonder. I think sometimes this might be okay to raise. I default thinking I have aces or stack me with aces, yeah. Interesting spot up here. We are three-handed, okay, never mind then. This is interesting. Having all the 9s. Where is the TwitchCon Europe? Is it in Berlin? I'm gonna go for pot here. Not really interested in letting spades continue. Would be interesting to think about what I should do if he shoves, because he's not that deep anymore. And honestly, I'm not sure what the answer would be. I think yes. More often than not, I just call this, I think. Let's actually check this out, what the move is here. Oh, and that was my bad. As a 3-better, I'm never checking here. That was just horrible. Should I try to turn it into a bluff? Represent kings. Might just be plain old best hand. I'll give it up. I don't think I'm gonna take this one down. Up here I make the nuts, which is sweet. Hope they stay the nuts, yep. Yeah, I lost heart, but I had somehow my intuition told me he's gonna call. And he might well have the kings himself, or just any other good hand that he's not laying down. Closing the action, definitely calling here. And what do you know? So we're deep against this dude. I think I prefer the check raise. Check call, maybe. So I have no backdoors, I have no blockers to this to the flush. Yeah, but with this much money in the middle, I don't want to just call here. Ooh, excuse me, top set is fine. With the flush draw, wow. That worked out wonderfully. Hey Luber, you know, I can comment on a lot of things, as I learned. Like with now that I have been a level 2 streamer for 2 months. But I can't comment on that, unfortunately. I can talk about the PLO matrix, the mastermind, all that stuff. Just nice to be able to talk, but I cannot comment on that on stream in any way. Sorry about that. Ace is here, huh? Take that one down. Oh, it's time for the Ace of Hearts to get to work here. Hopefully he's gonna be a believer. Because I shall be betting the river, as the German in me would say. Please work, please work, please work. Also, welcome back, Luber. Yeah, so there's this non-compete thing that you need to sign. Oh, that worked. Load of my mind. Sure, I was beat. Once you reach streamer level 2 for 2 months, and I did, and actually you still need to answer that email. Let's see, like, doesn't matter. And so I was afraid I might not be able to talk about like the PLO matrix, the mastermind, all that stuff, but I don't care about that at all. It's just specifically like rakeback deals and different poker sites. I'm sorry. And that's fair. I mean, I was afraid I couldn't, as I said, I couldn't talk about all the other stuff. But I can. Actually can keep the mastermind banner on my channel as well, which is very nice. Let's watch this one. So I think limp he raised, we all folded, he called, something like that. And ace is up here. A happy thing indeed. With a 3 and a 7 as side cards, pseudo 2 to 7. Yeah, sure. Always happy to, you know, chat. This one down, and another PLO 20 table opens, so now I can ditch the last remaining PLO 10 table, and on this one I do have aces as well. It's the nut flush blocker. Ooh, take it down. Need to let this one go. And I got some stuff going on other tables. Took it down pre on the PLO 20 table with a King King 7-6 double suited. Gonna go for a small bet sizing here in this spot. Would very well do this with a very good hand as well. And I'm gonna stay away from the whole discussion. You seem to have that well handled. Right, so I'm blocking kings, he's never having aces as played. It was a bet on the flop, then check, check. And here, so splash pot, raise, call, call. Don't see any reason not to call. I think I'm just gonna put it in here. Be honest, even though 3 spades isn't that usually helpful. Yeah, calling is awkward at this stack size. So let's win a big one. Let's get a spade. And I usually don't do this with just a pure flush. Everybody has spades, so really. Am I? No, he has kings, but I got some money back, so... Kings, again, kings! Kings are just have been my nemesis the past couple of days. Jesus. But I got some money back. Why not? Yeah, you know what, with the 5 and the deuce. Then again, I have a pair, I have a suit. It is in Berlin, okay. Is it in Berlin every year? Do you know by any chance? Because then I could well attend next year. And Der Alte, very nice of you to drop back in, man. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, as always. Interesting stuff's happening down here. With the 5 in my hand, we'll go for it. Really? That is a pity. This is a source of joy though. Money is going in. Please don't have kings. That'll... Oof, finally, one for me. Need to let it go. I might mute there because of the snack. Yeah, with 2 flush draws on the board, which I'm only blocking, you know, I'm blocking them a little, but still. I decided I didn't wanna bet the river. Turn. What am I? Apparently I can't talk anymore, I'm sorry. I hope that'll pass. Never did it in Europe before, okay. So nobody knows, it's anybody's guess where it's gonna happen next year then. It's not like it's a tradition yet. Oh, thanks. Now I forgot your accent, Pokebras. Wasn't it an American accent? So don't you have a rather long way to come? Or were you from England? Or the UK? Whatever the proper name is, I never know what the non-offensive name for the whole thing is. I think the UK, right? England is part of the UK. I'm horrible at geography. We actually, compared to the last time we checked, we are up a little more, to my surprise. So for the day now, we're up 3, almost 4 buy-ins, if I'm doing my math right. That's a pretty happy turn. I do take it down. Taking it down. So we do have a double gut shot. Also the second nut flush blocker. Right, but it started when we got a computer before the ball came down. And so, you know, if kids want to say I was like 8 or something, and everything was in English, nothing was localized to German back then. So when kids want to learn, want to play, they'll learn everything that's necessary for it. That was the start, and I always had a talent for it, I guess. And then I got lucky, my parents were able to send me to the US for a year in 1997, something like that. And so I was there for a year, and you know, back then I made a point of not talking German to anyone during that time. I told my parents, like, I'm not gonna call you, like, once every half year. And that helped immensely. And ever since then I've been watching all my I ditched TV almost 20 years ago. Been watching all my movies in English. Did a education as a translator later, and then translator later. Oh. I caught it once. And finally I ended up working 2 years in Quebec, in Canada. Which wasn't as good for my English as I had hoped, because, you know, Quebec. Yeah. That's the long and the short of it. And with me, there rarely is a short. Usually tend to be wordy, as you well know by now. Yeah, there's no point in being in this hand here with King cold calling, I think. Yeah, I mean, Pokebrows, if it happens next year, I will definitely go. I think. So he's down here, he 3-bet the ace queen 7-8 double suited, by the way. Take a note on that. I'm very happy he folded. I wasn't quite sure if this was a spot to c-bet or to wait and make the nut flush blocker wait for, work for me on, you know, the right turn or river cards. But all in all, as the 3-better, I think there's not that much checking going on. And I think him not being able to call with the nut flush draw was also helpful. I wonder if this would be a raise if he had folded. Let's check this one out. I'm kind of curious. I think on the button it has to be. But in the cutoff? No idea. The dangler there. Oh, hell no. Let's do check it out for the button then. I like that. Was it 10 and 8 deuce? Yeah, it would be. On the button it would be. So here I actually don't mind a few callers. I'm gonna size down a little bit. Yeah. No dice. Random fact of the day, there's some animal, I think the wombat, that grabs out dice. Like the droppings are in the form of dice. Now I need to Google what animal that was, so I don't give you false information. We have fun Google search. Wombats! Ha! Okay. See, I'm rubbish at geography. I'm doing well on random, pretty useless knowledge. Alright. Oh, hey, Bracerman, welcome to the channel. Hang on. So here I end up making a straight. I don't think I'm gonna get called by anything that I beat. Yeah, end up making a straight as well. Do I? Don't I? Oh, actually I don't. Hang on. It's getting late. Right, Bracerman, I worked in Saint Adele. Like a little, like 20 kilometers north of Saint Jerome. Some 60, 70 kilometers northwest of Montreal. Could go either way. I think I let it go. And I loved it. I was actually fairly far along in the process of getting my permanent residency, but then decided ultimately against it because I wanted to stick closer to my family. And also found a renewed passion in online poker back then, because one of the reasons why I wanted to move was because of the great live poker you have. But Canada is the nuts. Like all the cliches are true, all the good cliches, like everybody being very nice, very kind, and I loved it. In a word, I loved it, which isn't just a word, but. Yeah, it was a I helped translate and mostly spotted for mistakes in translation for video games. It was an awesome time. And you know, I fit right in there. I never locked my house in Saint Adele. It was like 10,000 residents or something. Now I'm kind of curious about the bet sizing here. I think I'm gonna size up a little bit. Usually I bet, most often I bet half. Pot it. What you gonna do, Corey? Corey? Something like that. I'll take it. I'll call this once. I do have a pair in my hand. Not so hot on this call, actually. I think with a larger stack, a raise might be fun here sometimes, a check raise. Not being short. Neato. Also fairly nice. Having the overpair, the wrap, backdoor flush draw. Pretty sweet. If he wants to play for stacks, then we would be game. Oh, nice. And even if he has jacks, we have all the outs that we want. He does not. And unfortunately, he has the best hand and stays there. We were ahead. Fairly confident we were ahead there. And no dice down here. Make a 2-pair here. 4 isn't terribly helpful. It is a fun area, yeah. And before the streaming thing started, I actually thought about going back for a year or two. Ooh, awesome. Block kings, so maybe it's not kings this time. Come on, pair the board. What can you do? What can you do? That's the hand you don't wanna, by the way, you don't wanna 4-bet and or go all in with. You're not doing that great against my range, or my hand, against aces. Sansaver, yeah, right. I remember the name. Oof. At least that's something. So I think on the PLO 20 in the last tables in the last half hour we got the money in pretty well, almost always. Didn't really get rewarded for it. It's kind of a pity. But what can you do? In the long run it'll work out in my favor, I'm sure. It has so far. And compared to the last check we're down a tiny bit over 1 buy-in. So still up 2.5, 3, something like that. He raised the cutoff. Actually, the cutoff I might have raised. I'm gonna do. Oh, I'm short. Never mind. I'm gonna go all in. Here. Oh, he folds. That's surprising. Here we do have the wheel. Fortunately, he's betting into 2 people, which I'm just now realizing that he's in there as well. Not terribly helpful. Yeah, I need to let it go. I'm surprised that he folded here and we took the pot down. Given the SPR at that point. Wonder if this one is allowed, so to say. King Jack 10-9, not suited to the king. Let's check it out. Might have been a tad loose. If so, it wasn't horrible. Well, it's perfect. Raise call. Even if it's not perfectly suited. Let's hope he calls, because I much. Yeah, I mean, I'm not calling the small blind. He's short, so I have no problem calling the all-in there. What is it? Do you have aces? Do I get to draw out for once? Actually, I do. That's surprising. Kings, man. Kings are the nuts, even though this time it wasn't the kings that won me the pot. But if you have aces, the other guy has kings. Like the dealer that's currently on duty on run at once just kills the aces every time. Okay. Start out by checking. Not a happy turn, all things considered. A little bit, puts a little bit of a smile on my face. Hopefully it'll stay there, but I think so. I mean, the 6-5 could have been something that beats me there. That's pretty much it. So we made a nice little comeback here on table 3. Being down, haven't been down to, what was it, like 40 big blinds earlier? Something like that. Neato. And I'm slowly grinding out the deposit bonus, only 220 euros left. Good stuff. Here, with the 2 gaps between the 8 and the jack, I think I'll let it go. Yeah, let's check this one out, I'm kind of curious. King Jack 8-7 against an MP open. I fold. Interesting. Put a 10 out there. That'll work too. Over here I'm not going to be able to do anything about it. It was a raise call and I called as well on the button. Actually, let me check if this is like solver approved, so to say. There's a 7 in my hand. I mean, if everybody's checking, sure. Let's go for it. Ugh, really? You needed to call there? I think I'm gonna go for broke. Really hope he has a set that he can now fold. Oof. Thank you. It was the ace jack 10-7. Let's see if that is correct call even there on the button. It's close. The 10-8 would be a call, the 10-7 would be a fold, so potato potato. So technically it should be a fold, but if it's right on the edge, it's not a huge deal either way. Cool. But noted, though, not with the 3 gapper there. 2 gapper, I guess. Between the 10 and the 7. Looks like some action brewing up here on table 1. A raise, really? That's the 3 better? I guess he has a wrap. Oh, just the 8. What is going on? So he 3-bet the ace queen check. Under the gun open too. That is wow, what's going on? Wow, hang on. I think I'm gonna come over the top with this, cause hopefully he has big cards as well. This is very much on the thinner end of things. Make the 6 or 7, it's gonna be a no-brainer. But still. Really hope he's gonna call, because then he's gonna have high cards as well. We would have excellent equity. Shazam! Ooh, the huge splash. Do we have something? Well, maybe here. Against this dude, yeah, actually, with the back doors. Right, so I'm gonna take a note on that in a moment. Like what happened here in the previous hand. Like with my luck, he's now is gonna have aces. That's a very good card. Only completes 1 straight. Never folding. What did he have there? Queen 10 8-3. Single suited to the queen in diamonds. Here, this one I need to let go. It was limped. Everybody limped. All I needed to do was check. So anyway, note on this dude. He 3-bet under the gun open. Was that specifically with the ace queen jack 6? double suited, but still, that's not a 3-bet. Not against an under the gun open range, I think. I'll check it out in a moment. Well, actually it might be. I'm being too tight. Might be a proper 3-bet. I'd rather not bet. I do have a decent amount of backdoor equity here. He bets par. That is very unfortunate. I can't call it for that. Fair enough. Down here, things are a little bit happier. Me getting action, holding ace, 9-9, single suited in spades. Right, so let me check out that 3-bet if it's... Check out the hand again. I have a feeling he 4-bet. Okay, here I came over the top. This is a beautiful, beautiful turn, I would hope. Yeah, I took it down. No, he like in this hand that I'm still trying to figure out where he 3-bet here. It was actually a 3-bet, not a 4-bet. I think that might actually be fine even against the under the gun. Let's check it out. Well, the solver approach would be to fold this one, but for example, the Ace Queen Jack 6, Ace Queen Jack 8 would all be raises, but they would be raise folds. Did he get raised again? I'm gonna be done reviewing his hand. But I'm curious. No, he 3-bet, yeah, the dude called. Okay, then that's fine, that's fine. And, you know, when I said that the solver approach would be to fold the Jack 7, the Jack 6 combos, then I'm sure that's for like balancing reasons. I don't see any other reason. Although you can't make straights as easily. The Jack 6 you can't make them at all with the Jack and the 6. Jack 7 you can make one. Okay, that's enough about that hand. Here I am gonna have to check behind. So sorry for the rambling about that hand, but I was curious. Yeah, I need to let it go. I mean... yeah. He's betting into 3 people. I'm actually getting some stacks back. Oh, hell yeah. Almost up 5 buy-ins again. Neato. But the stream is not gonna go on for too much longer. I do feel a certain level of fatigue setting in. We'll see. I'll drink the rest of my tea. See if that helps. Whew. Certainly helps. Interesting. It raised here. Wonder if I want to play for stacks right away. I think I'll take one off first. Here, I think here I do want to play for stacks. Hell yeah! There are, Luber. Not as many as in Canada, but still. Oh, I thought, yeah, never mind. My bad, I didn't have the nut flush draw on top. That was... See, it is getting late. It's time I'm gonna let it be. At some point in the near future. I didn't quite pay attention that I'm not drawing to the nut flush on top of everything else. It's still not horrible, me having the backdoor flush the gutter and all that stuff. But he couldn't fold either, given the hand he had, top 2 and the nut flush draw. Yeah. That was my bad. Entirely unnecessary. Yeah, there are mosquitoes in Germany. I think the only country that doesn't have mosquitoes is like Iceland or something like that. Something very much to my north. I'd love to get a check raise in. A beautiful board. Yeah, but it's not horrible in Germany. With the mosquitoes. When we go fishing, you know, we get our fair share, but meh. It's worth it. Aww. Sad face. Probably a little bit thin, but then again it is a splash pot. I like fighting for these. Please check, please check, please check, please check. Really? I mean, I'm gonna fold, but it's kind of curious. Really hoping to get a check raise in, I guess, huh? Take a note on it though. A little bit too weak. So how about one huge splash before we end the stream? That would be awesome. Although it might be greedy asking for that, seeing that we got 2 big 800 big blind splashes yesterday. I'll content myself with receiving the King Jack 9-7 double suited here on the button. And I think this year is going to be a good mosquito year too, since we didn't really have a really cold winter. Ooh. Aces. Not great aces, but aces. Queen check 9-3. Honestly, I don't know. As short as I am. I think with this deck size, I'm leaning more towards a fold. Chicken wings. Good thing I ate earlier, otherwise I would be jealous now. Or envious, right? Envious is the correct one. Ooh, not too hard about my call here, to be honest. It's kind of autopiloting this one. But if you want to be results oriented, I am liking it now. I think I'm gonna go for it right now. Not gonna be too happy if an ace turns. And don't have any diamonds. Could be doing this with a bunch of draws as well. Not necessarily a 4 or a mate hand. And I would too. Yeah, and if you're lazy, Lubermess, just do something else, don't grind. I'm gonna call it a night soon as well. I'm getting tired. No reason to force it. Good games are around every day. Decent hand up here. Ace, King, Queen, 6. Single suited in clubs. What is it? Clubs. To the ace. Just gonna call, I think. Not the droids I was looking for. Right, some other hands going on though. Yes, please. Let's make that straight flush. Ah, so close. Right, some more stuff. This one I'm gonna let go, I think. I need to let this one go as well. Not really sure about the... Yeah, I think it's time to call it a night. I'm not really sure about that pre-flop call there. Don't think it was the best idea. Right, so I'm gonna let decide now that I'm gonna be leaving the tables in a moment. And I'm trying to find somebody to host. And let's check out how the day went, all in all. I think there was some self-inflicted losses I took there. Yeah, almost 2 buy-ins now. Yeah, it's too bad. Still up 3.5, 4-ish buy-ins, something like that. I'll take it. Right, so in case there's any new viewers in the stream, should you wish to be informed whenever I come online, you can follow the channel, that way you get an email, or just check the schedule, or just come back. I'm streaming every day, usually for long hours. Okay, let's play a hand down here. And the splash pot got limped around, he erased. I figured I do want to see the flop here. Again, probably a little bit too loose. And that's gonna be the last hand up here. Ooh, never mind. Only gonna be one more round. Fair enough. Yeah, so that's what I'm telling what I'm telling myself. Like when I'm not streaming. When I'm streaming, I have a tough time to tilt. When I'm not, it's a little bit different. Not usually, but still a little bit. So I started telling that to myself in spots where I have just been running horribly, getting on tilt. And even though I have the perfect maniac sitting to my right, after a while, I just realized that I'm not in a state of mind where I'm in a good spot to take money off him. And I just say to myself, there's going to be maniacs around tomorrow. And there'll be a better spot to play at a point in time. Ooh. How's that for the last hand? Perfect. Yeah, I'm not doing that perfectly myself, Miroslav. I mean, I'm getting better and better recognizing when I'm on tilt, when I shouldn't be playing, and saying to myself, there's gonna be better, gonna be games around tomorrow. But it's a process. For me, I'm not quite there yet either. Anyway, it was a fun day. We are up a little bit. 3.5, 4-ish buy-ins, certainly not bad. And thanks for watching, everybody. If you liked, follow the channel by any means. Otherwise, just check back in. Chances are I'll be around. And so I will be tomorrow, starting in the afternoon, and I'll be streaming until roughly the same time tomorrow. So thanks for watching, everybody, and have a good night.